Fantano checked out the new Avenged album. Let's go. There is no way he likes it. He even says Avenged Sevenfold's Life is But a Dream is not good. I did my own review. Again, I like the album. I like the album. I like the risks. It's not obviously like if you're like, oh, will they do a City of Evil type thing or a Nightmare? It doesn't sound like Avenged Sevenfold. It sounds like a fun, modern, progressive metal rock album that pushes boundaries in cool ways. Some things hit, some things don't, as I mentioned in my review. I think it's a fun listen. It's great. It's definitely an experience. And there's some songs that definitely have replay value for me on there. There's some songs that don't. But the songs that don't have replay value, I think are still good songs. Did you know that 82% of you aren't fucking subscribed? Hit the button. Why do you hate things? Have fun. Let's go. Fantano. Oh.
What the hell is this? What is this? So one of the most popular bands in modern metal music, Avenged Sevenfold, has come out with a new record.
This is already amazing.
And it's quite perplexing. And look, you guys can go back in the history of my channel. Despite the fact that I just don't really find the band's music all that interesting, I haven't really made it a point to go out of my way to, like, you know, crap on their stuff or anything like that. I just think they're fine. Their music is okay.
That's fine. That's respectful.
The appeal.
That's probably like Fantano's like most nicest thing he could say about a band he doesn't like.
I like, you know, some easygoing and, you know, very palatable music as well. But, hey, something weird, a left hook, I'm usually down for it.
Right.
But in this instance, no. Like, what? How? I feel like if I wanted to...
No. This is, I fucking love Fantano, man. He's great.
To put this record in a nutshell, I would say that it pretty much sounds like a fish out of water.
I probably won't talk much about his points because I think he's mainly going to lean towards this entire album is just crazy and wacky and confusing, which, to be honest, the first listen is very confusing. So, like, I don't think I'll probably disagree with his points, even though I like the record. But I'm curious to see what he thinks about actually specific songs. But overall, yeah, it's just funny how he's describing it.
I guess right from the opening track here, this is supposed to be some kind of like avant-garde metal, weird, artsy, left field, experimental metal.
It is a bit artsy.
It does not come off like that at all, because if you listen to any avant-garde metal, this is so goddamn far off. This is like a single clown standing out in a crowd of demons. Because, like, right from the push of play on this record, it kind of sounds like Weird Al doing experimental metal parody, but, like, there's no jokes in the lyrics. And just to make things even more kooky, from there are rock passages that sound like bad Muse worship, and then it kind of turns into something that sounds like a bad metal off-Broadway musical. Like if someone tried to do the metal equivalent to Hamilton, but it just came out just absolutely unlistenable. And I think a lot of that comes down to the guitar sounding so thin.
I think what he's describing is funny, and then it's like he gets into the specifics. Guitar thin? It's just like such a weird specific. I agree with him more that the song it's just wacky as. But like guitar thin, I don't think the guitars sound that thin. I think the guitars sound fine.
The vocals being so awful. Why are the vocals so bad?
I think the vocal production choices on some of the songs don't execute as well. But I think also when Matt's just singing like normally, he sounds fucking great. But then they do some of these like very specific reverbed out stuff. It's not my thing.
The genre combinations are tacky and stomach churning. Ooh. It sounds like terrible theater kid metal, but not in the cool way that Ghost does.
Oh God! Ew! All right. Fucking hell, he does Sleep Token to Imagine Dragons and he does Avenged to Ghost. Fantano's he's doing this on purpose. Just at this point,
like a heavy guitar opera, but without any of the knowledge of what makes opera appealing, nor the skill to pull it off.
Maybe it doesn't hit sometimes, but they have the skill to pull it. That I disagree. They have this. It's Avenged, bro.
If I have to listen to this Plastic Daisies line again on the song Mattel, I swear.
What's wrong with that chorus? That's a good line.
Why does M. Shadows sound like he's in excruciating pain all throughout this song? And the more the track layers up, the more insane I feel like I'm going. From the repetitive shredding to the overly thick, distorted, and chorus.
Okay, it's not. It's one arpeggio. It's not constant shredding. It's a single sweep pick arpeggio. That's copy pasted, Fantano. Okay.
The farting bass notes. I guarantee you this song is making its way to some like Guantanamo Bay torture playlist right now. And as if this
is way funnier than the Sleep Token one, by the way.
A single, We Love You, is even more unhinged. Not just because of the
this is actually
sour,
like funny.
gross,
This one's good.
Jazz metal chords that kick the entire track off. But on top of it, what's going on with the vocals again? Is this Goo Goo Gaga metal?
See, like this, the Sleep Token one was just like I disagreed. I have my own. Again, you can just watch my own review on the thing. This one's just fucking funny.
Passages that are topped with more sex, more power, build taller.
You guys ruined that song for
wider.
me.
I'm convinced this band hates their label. And this whole record is like an elaborate attempt to prank Warner Brothers. Because some of the material on this thing somehow makes the musical world of Corey Feldman sound firmly grounded in reality. The part that's mind-blowing and weird and leaves me flabbergasted is that literally nobody involved with this at any point is like, hey, you know what? This kind of sounds like shit. Beautiful Morning, I thought was an Alice in Chains cover.
Okay. This portion out of the whole video, I agree with Fantano. It absolutely does sound like Alice in Chains.
Until the vocals popped in and I realized that there was like no recognizably good or Alice in Chains-esque melody to be heard. But yeah, that's kind of how derivative the guitars and drums are on this cut.
If you didn't interview Matt, y'all would have the same bullet points? Nah. I was straight up with Matt too when I had him, but also I only listened to the album one time. And then when I listened to the album more, again, I did my whole review. I was very straight up. I said these things kind of sound like this. The vocal production sometimes didn't hit as much. There was a couple songs that I just wasn't a fan of, and I said the things I like. That's it.
It's so frustrating because none of these songs can really like just decide on one way to be awful, which is also the case for Easier, where the first track sounds like some really awful Devin Townsend jazz prog crap.
Oh, God. Why, what are you doing? Why are you Oh, come on. See, there's funny, and then that's just mean. That's just mean for no reason. Like, come on. Why? Devin didn't deserve that. He's fucking awesome. He's just doing his thing. Let Devin be. Yeah, Collateral Damage.
Where, again, it feels like Avenged Sevenfold is challenging themselves to, like, conjure as many awful vocal harmonies as they possibly can, which is pretty much making me feel like track 5 was purely by accident. Like, why are all of your vocals so dry and so flat and so terrible? Like, just...
Bro, he does not like Matt's vocals.
Plus, at this point, all of the terrible, like, spoken word, husky vocals happening throughout the track. Is it adding to a narrative? I don't know. The song is so garbage, and the entire record is so annoying to listen to, I can't even be bothered to know what the narrative of this is. Then the second track in this trilogy, The Ordinary...
I like the record.
This song is boneless Daft Punk. Why does this track sound like Random Access Memories on a shoestring budget? Like, I swear, these guys just really got into the Daft Punk album and decided to rip off a bunch of ideas from it very badly. The final part of this trilogy is like a schmaltzy, loungy, string-kissed ballad. It's like metal Frank Sinatra.
Yo, I said Frank Sinatra. Yo. All right. Yo, I agree with Fantano on that one. See, we're not. I want to see Matt do a video reacting to Fantano's review because Matt's so fun. He doesn't fucking care, right? I feel like Matt would have a similar reaction to me, just like fucking laugh.
And that's effectively the last song on the record, as the closing track is just kind of a soft, gentle, ragtimey-esque piano piece.
The last song's beautiful. It's just a beautiful piano. What's wrong with the last song? It doesn't have the vocals you hate, Fantano. Leave the last song alone. It's a beautiful piano thing, okay? It's wonderfully composed.
It's like some Fallout Game Over screen music, a Cuphead secret stage, or like what you might hear on a BioShock select screen. This album sucked. This album sucked big time. Big suckaroony on this thing. God damn. I mean, I'm sorry if that sounds like rude or rough or just, overly mean or whatever. And look, nothing in this review against anyone in the band personally. I don't know any of those guys.
Wow, I've never seen him apologize because he went so in on something.
Beef with any of those guys, and I'm sure they're all nice people. But I have no idea what the hell Avenged Sevenfold did on this record, was trying to do on this record. And again, admire the risk, admire the attempt, but this new Avenged Sevenfold record, it's not good.
What's a not? Is that a 0? So I thought that was funny as. Again, I love Fantano's videos, no matter if he shits on a band I love or loves a band I hate. That was a funny video. I just, again, like I said, you can watch my review. I disagree with a good amount of that. You know, I think the vocal melodies are a good amount of them are really fucking good. I think even, you know, they're unique. Again, the vocal production is some of the stuff that gets me off a bit more, like just off put. Yeah, but I think in terms of the songs, after a few listens, I really enjoyed them myself. I like the new record. The Alice in Chains and the Cuphead references fucking killed me though. I can't.